Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a new video. Today I'll be answering all your questions about framing your photos. So be sure to stay till the end of this video because I have a bonus tip I want to add in, just kind of a last minute thought that people don't really think about. So if that sounds interesting, let's get started. First, you need to decide what you want to print it on. Do you want to put it on canvas? Do you want to put it on metal? Do you want to print it on just regular photo paper? What do you want to print it on? There's pros and cons to each one, and so let's talk about each one individually just really quick. So with canvas, this is a super great option if you are on a budget. It doesn't require any glass and it's super lightweight, so when you're trying to hang it up on your wall, you don't need any big brackets to hang it and like hammer into your walls or anything. Doesn't need any of that. It's just a simple, just like couple nails depending on the size, and you just pop it right up and you're good to go. The next one is aluminum. This one is really strong and durable. It doesn't take in any water damage. It will not scratch. It's really resistant to like the light, so your colors will not get like pulled out. Like over time on like canvas and like your regular photo paper, the colors will start to get pulled out of the photos over time. But on metal, it's like into the metal. It's like one with the metal pretty much, so it will not pull those colors out at all. So this is a really good choice if you're in like an industrial type area, or if it's like outside. This is a really good place. This is a really good option if you're going to place them outside because it can withstand the elements a whole lot better than the other options. The next one would be just your regular photo paper. This one sits well in between the prices of the metal ones and the canvas ones. The drawback to this is it is on a type of paper, which means it can rip, it can tear, it can get water damage, things like that. But usually you have it in a frame of some sort to keep it protected, so unless something crazy is going on, usually this won't happen. So you got it printed and now you're stuck and you don't know what to do. Just keep watching. We're on to step 2 here. Number 2 is what you want to do is find a good mat. The mat is what goes in between the picture and the frame. It's that nice border that goes all around it. Sometimes they can be like just like a little bit, or it can be like a lot. Just depends on your choice. Now, color-wise, a good rule to follow is look at the photo that you have that you want framed and be like, okay, what colors do I see in here? Match those colors with your mat. If you can find a mat in those colors, it will make the photo stand out. It'll help pull those colors out better. Now you have the mat and the photo printed. What do we do next? Next, we get a good frame. Now, you got to make sure the frame fits the style of the photo. You don't want like this like nice metal thin frame around this massive like 15 by 20 photo. That's not going to look very good. You also don't want to do like a metal frame on like a country picture with a nice big barn and some cows. That's not going to mix very well. It would be better if you had like that country photo and like a nice like thick wood frame around it that's kind of like this like varnished wood or something like that. That way it'll fit the style a lot better and it won't take away from the photo. It won't like, your eyes won't be drawn to the frame instead of the photo. Because if you've got like this like bright green metal frame around this like nice sunset of like a field and some cows and a barn, your eye is going to be drawn to like the frame. You're like, what is going on here? You would be drawn to that and it would take away from the photo itself. So you need to find a good frame that fits the style of the photo, both color-wise and style-wise? Yeah. So, we need to talk glass now. There are several types of glass. I'm sure you may or may not be aware of this. So, let's talk about them. First option, regular glass. This glass is good for just like putting up just like a nice shield up against your photo. It keeps the dust and the grime and all the dirt and crap that's out floating around. It just keeps that off of your photo, keeps it clean. Now, light can still cause problems, so that's why they make other glass. Next is non-glare glass. Now, the best way I can describe non-glare glass is like after you take a hot shower, you get out and you look at the mirror. You can't see your reflection that great, you know? There's kind of all that moisture on it. You can kind of see yourself there, but not really. That's kind of like what this does. It doesn't do it that much, so like you can't see the photo, but it does kind of frost the glass over just a little bit, so it makes so there's no hard reflections of like the lights or anything around you. Nothing's bouncing off and coming back. So you're looking at the photo, you're like, well, I see my brother back there, he's about to punch me. blurs all that out so you can see the photo better. It does, however, it's like a very thin frosted window. So it is a little frostier, and which can make the photo hard to see. Not like major, but like if you know what you're looking for, you'll be able to see this. And the third one, I feel like is pretty self-explanatory, Nonglare UV. It's just a combination between the two. Protects it from all the UV light, so it keeps the nice, rich, strong colors longer, and it also keeps those reflections off of the glass so you can see the photo better. This one is, like the other two, it is a little bit more because you're adding more features to the glass, I guess you could say. So it is a little bit more, but it still does really well. But there's one that's slightly above this that we haven't got to yet, so let's get to that one. So you're probably asking yourself, you're like, Zach, what is this next level glass that you've been keeping out from us? Well, this one, how do I say this? The best way I can say it is it's a pain in the... You know, I do not like this glass, like, at all. Like, it's super nice, but it is a pain at the same time. The glass I'm talking about is museum glass. You're like, okay, why is it a pain? Well, let me explain. Museum glass is really good. It just all around. It's kind of like a mixture of all the other glasses so far. It keeps them protected, keeps it off the light, the dust, the grime, makes it fairly good to see through, and just like it's really good glass. But the problem is when you're working with it, let's say you're building the frame, or you need to clean it, or let's say you see like a little fluffy on the glass and you're like, gotta just get that off right there, yeah, right? Got it, okay, yeah. Now there's a giant finger smudge all the way across right there. It is really, really hard to clean museum glass and keep it clean. It smudges and gets dirty really easily. You need to be extremely careful when you're cleaning this glass, which is why it's called museum glass, because you only want to use it on like really nice, expensive, high-end pieces or very valuable pieces, because if anything happens to it, you need to, most likely, if you're just this average schmuck that has it, you probably will want to get somebody to clean it for you. And you're like, get someone to clean my glass on my picture frame? That's stupid. Not when it's museum glass. Museum glass, it scratches easily. It gets smudged easily. You gotta when I work with it, I wear gloves just so I don't get any smudges on it. Like, that's how like fragile, I guess you could say, museum glass is. Now it's really good because it like keeps the photo safe and protected from all these other elements, but it comes at a price, both getting smudged easy and penny-wise. It costs a pretty penny to get this stuff, especially in big sheets, which is why they normally just save this stuff for museums or high-end pieces. And now you've made it to the bonus tip. The point you've all been waiting for. What is it? Well, you've got the frame and the picture and it's all put together and it's all set up. How are you going to hang it? Are you going to use a sawtooth? Are you going to use a wire? How are you going to do it? Let me drop some words of wisdom for you guys. If a photo is 8 by 10 or smaller, you're safe to use a sawtooth. Go for a sawtooth. But anything bigger, like 8 by 10, depending on like the frame and like the weight, you might want to use a wire, and especially on anything bigger than 8 by 10, just use a wire. It looks a lot better than just a sawtooth, and it's a lot more durable and stronger, especially some of them they'll stretch a little, so as you hang them, it'll have a little bit of give. So if you need to take that into consideration when you're doing it though, because some people see that as a pro and others see it as a con. I kind of like how they have a little give. Not all wires do. There's some these are like the more copper wires. They'll have give, but if it's more like a silvery, thicker wire, those don't really have give. So it all just depends. But a good rule is if it's 8 by 10 or smaller, you're good to go with a sawtooth. But anything bigger, you want to go with a wire. Alright, that's going to wrap things up today. If you guys want to see me actually like assembling this together and like putting like the picture frame and the mat and the glass and all that together, Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. I'm toying with the idea of filming that video. I'm not 100% set on it, but if you guys want to see it, I will gladly film that video. I'm on the fence with it right now, so if you guys want it, I'll do it. If not, I'll find. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me know down below. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and we will see you guys in the next video. Don't know when it will be, don't know what it will be, but it'll be coming soon, I promise. Peace out. See you guys later.